Yeah, guess what time it is? Welcome to Carnage and Reaper's Backyard Horror Barbecue. And what do we got cooked up for my brother? What do we got for him tonight?
Me and you are just gonna go over our top 5 favorite horror movie monsters.
Oh man,
with some honorable mentions.
With some honorable mentions, you damn right, because man, this was fucking difficult.
Yeah.
We're talking 50 years of creature feature monster movies. It's like fucking hell. But we managed to come up with 5 apiece, and y'all out there in the comments section can also let us know what your picks are. Sydney, what is up? She says, woohoo! All right, time to get the party started. Aaron, what's up, brother? Bloody Bones in the house. We love that shit. So you already know what time it is out there, everybody. Hey, Paul, what's going on? Paul Nada in the house, fresh from set. Man, fucking killing it. I love that shit. Good to see you, brother. This is the time for y'all to make sure that you are sharing this shit out anywhere and everywhere there is a horror lover. I don't care if it's your grandma, your auntie, your sister, your cousin, your brother. I don't give a shit. Make sure you are sharing this out, because without y'all, there is no us. And before we get into this, for sure, before we get into all this great creature monster ooey goodness, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break to our brand new sponsor over at Frozen Dead Comics, Random Insanity Productions. Johnny Necro, check that shit out. Hell yeah, that's right. Not only is he the creator of the Frozen Dead awesome fucking killer graphic novel comic, he does so much more. He does the horror adorables, which are just amazing caricatures of some of our favorite icons of horror. Not to mention him and his wife also do Anne's Creations as well. Anything from t-shirts to cups, man, you fucking name it, they'll fucking serve that shit up on the
all kinds of stuff, man.
So definitely check them out. They are on Facebook, anywhere and everywhere. You can check them out on Reapers Underground, Morgra Entertainment, and Black Flame Entertainment Facebook pages. All right, looks like we got some more people up in here. Well, hello, Sugarhorn, better known as Rebecca. Good to see you now. Fantastic. She didn't get rid of her hoe name from the goddamn program last week, so awesome. Kind of caught me off guard with that one. Got some sugar in the house. All right. So, man, we're just going to go ahead and delve right into this. Honestly, I'm sure this is true for you too, Carnage, but for me, it was the creature feature that won me over as a kid and really got me into horror. I mean, you know, Michael Myers was and like my introduction, but man, when I got to know the classics, the creature features, I was like, shit, I am hooked for life.
Yeah, man. See, what did it for me, like, was like, I don't know, man. Like, the bigger and more badass the monster, like that was what I was like. I was like, holy fuck, like this is extreme. You know what I mean? Like, Like, I mean, we'll get on the list. And dude, like again, like you were saying, this was so fucking hard. Like, honestly, I can't remember which one I placed at number 5 and which one I placed at number 4. Like, right off the top of my this was fucking hard, man. Because I mean, there's like you were saying, dude, after years, I mean, going all the way back from Lon Chaney to fucking now. I mean, fucking shit, man. Like, and I mean, my love is with 80s. So I'm pretty sure the majority of all of my shit was from an 80s movie.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because I mean, I can attest that not only, you know, the late 70s going into the 80s got us hooked, and then on, you know, those Friday nights and those Saturday mornings, there were those awesome kick-ass hosts that eventually led to like Elvira and then led to Joe Bob Briggs that would show us all the fucking classics going all the way back to the 50s and, you know, before that with, you know, your Bela Lugosi, your Lon Chaney, and all of those awesome guys. Sir Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. I don't know. I call them the masters of horror because they laid the foundation, you know, and they have played so many awesome fucking creatures, man. So, yeah, absolutely. Aaron,
Christopher Lee, man, like Christopher Lee, dude, like he was fucking Count Dracula. He was Frankenstein's monster. He was fucking Van Helsing. I'm pretty sure. Like, the dude, he's done every fucking thing.
And if he wasn't doing that, he was like a fucking brought back to life guy who got sentenced to death, and he came back and he did the whole Pit and the Pendulum thing. Oh man, just so many
fucking Wicker Man.
Right. Exactly.
I forgot about Wicker Man, but yeah, this was hard, man.
Yeah, I mean, we really can't rank them. This is not a ranking, so don't get it twisted. This is us just saying these are the ones that really inspired us and touched us the most. So I'll go ahead and let you first pick. You let me know.
Shit, man. Shit. What did I have for number 5? I can't even remember, man. It was so close.
All right. So your number 5 was this guy.
That's what I figured. Yeah, Jason from Part 7.
All right. So go ahead and kind of tell everybody out there in Morgrout Universe why you chose this particular Jason, because as we know, there have been so many incarnations of over time.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It was one of those ones where like they portrayed like every fucking piece of damage that he's had from previous films all into this one, and like they never really did that before with any of the other ones. Like, so that was like, man, and he looked like he'd actually been underwater for fucking ever. Like, dude, Buechler, God rest his soul, man. Like, he was fucking amazing. Like, and like, dude, this was definitely like you know one of the best things. This in house. I mean, all of the creatures he did in house were fucking amazing too. I mean, so yeah, it was again, like I was saying, dude, this is really fucking tough. But yeah, Jason from Part 7 was my number 5. Oh, Kane Hodder is Kane's the fucking man, dude. Like, I remember the first time I met him, I was 14, working at Screams and Waxahachie, and like I just see him over there because he was there like doing meet and greets and shit, signing autographs.
No shit.
And I'm just thinking, yeah, dude. And like I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, whoa, dude, like his arms are like as big as my fucking torso. Like this, he's a fucking monster, man. Like
that son of a bitch, still a beast, man. Shit.
Yeah. But dude, he's such a nice fucking dude, man. Such a nice fucking dude.
Hell yeah. And it's so funny because, as I was going through the notes and stuff earlier, I was like, when I think back about all the looks, that Jason has had, I think with this particular one that you chose from part 7 is like right on the fucking button, because you can definitely see all of the battle scars from previous films all the way down to the mask. So like you said, big fucking shout out to all the FX people that helped create that look. I think they nailed it. He looked like he was rotting. And it was so practical too, that it just looked super fucking amazing on camera. Sydney says, I can respect that choice. I prefer the 6th because we watched it 10,000 times at slumber parties. I loved the Alice Cooper song. Oh man, the man behind that shit was the bomb.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love 6 too, man. But don't get me wrong. But 7 was my favorite look of Jason for sure. I mean, that's not to say that 7 is my favorite Friday the 13th movie, because that's not true. My favorite Friday the 13th movie is actually part 4, but that's another, So what's up, man? Who you got for your number 5?
Oh man. And I was going to say real quick that CJ Graham in part 6 was totally fucking legit. I absolutely man. He is just an amazing guy, but to pass the torch to Kane Hodder, I thought it was beautiful. And Kane really ran with it. So I'm going to go back just a little bit. My number 5, when I think of the vampire genre, because like I said, Christopher Lee was the one who really drew me into loving vampires in the first place. He was evil. He was mean. He was not a nice count. He wasn't romantic. He didn't give 2 shits about your tits. Didn't care. He just wanted that blood. He knew what to do, and he fucking got it, and he looked high all the time. I loved it. But when I think of the most terrifying vampire, it's this motherfucker right here.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Orlok, baby.
Motherfucking Mr. Barlow from Salem's Lot. I can remember being a kid when I saw Salem's Lot for the first time. It was on regular TV because we didn't have the cable thing back then, folks. We had to actually, not even have to really pay for TV at that time. So, and I just remember it was in like 3 parts because it was so fucking long. But the first time I saw that son of a bitch pop up, when I think of a true jump scare and he made that sound, oh man, I done ran to the back of the house going, what the fuck was that? This motherfucker's skin is blue and he's got these 2 teeth in front and the yellow glowing eyes. Fucking shit, man. Loved him. Absolutely loved him. Again, everybody out there in Morgart Universe, feel free to chime in and let us know what your favorites are as we are counting down our favorites. But yeah,
absolutely.
I really don't think there's been too many other vampire films where the vampire itself was so terrifying that it actually made you go, oh shit. That's awesome. Damn it, you got me.
I will say Bram Stoker's Dracula. That one fucking but like dude, I think I was like 9. I think like my dad took me to go see that in theaters. And like I remember at the one the werewolf sex scene or whatever, my dad was like, he like stopped there, he looked at me like, he was like, well goddamn, I didn't know it was gonna be this kind of movie. That shit.
Son of a bitch.
Like I couldn't help but laugh my ass off in the theaters. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was. Dude, that was one like that was I think the first vampire like that kind of like made me like holy fucking shit, like you know what I mean?
And that's because Gary Oldman, man, he fucking owned that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm like, because I was a teenager at the time, and I actually went and saw it by myself with some friends, and I said, "It's a werewolf fucking somebody." I thought that shit was brilliant. But yeah,
that's crazy, man.
As a vampire, though, Gary Oldman definitely owned it. You could really get that feel and that sense that he was ancient. I love the shit out of that. And of course, Sydney has to point out that his head was a butt. I mean, as an old man, I'm not sure why we went that way, but it was supposed to make him look classy, I guess.
Hey, I don't know what the deal was with the butt wigs, but my daughter talks about that shit all the time. She's like, "You need to get a butt wig." I'm like, "No, I'm not getting a butt wig." He's like, "You can be fancy."
Hell no, we ain't gonna do that. No. Which is why I was so glad Leslie Nielsen did Dracula Dead and Loving It, that they absolutely fucking played the shit out of that, made fun of it. It was fan-fucking-tastic. I'm like, why didn't you just have long hair, have like one big ass long ponytail? Why put it up in a butt bun? That's what I called it. It was a butt bun.
Right. Fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, most deaf. So what is your number 2? Oh, I'm sorry. Number 4. My bad.
Dude, and again, like I couldn't really. I'm pretty sure that this is I got Pennywise the Clown from this one. I think. Yeah, and that's the Tim Curry Pennywise. Like, yeah, man, it was one of those ones that, dude, growing up, man, like this made me fucking terrified of clowns. Like, this is the movie that made me fucking terrified. A lot of people say shit about Poltergeist with the little clown doll or whatever. No, it was this fucker. It was this fucker that did it for me.
I mean, and he wasn't like all nice, even when he was just trying to get one of the kids' attention. He's, hanging out in this hole, that hole. He's like, "Hey, you want to come down here? Let's have some fun." That shit was like scary as fuck to me. And I'm sorry. I love the actor that portrayed Pennywise in the newer films. He was really good, but his look, though, ain't got shit on Tim Curry. Tim Curry's mouth alone seemed more realistic, instead of this little, I don't know what the fuck they got going on with his makeup in the new one, but I feel that Tim Curry delivered it far better.
Absolutely.
I mean, why he was the first choice. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah. Dude, like, yeah, man, that was one of those ones where I was like, not very many movies can like make me like really like unnerving and like creeped out, genuinely creeped the fuck out.
Right.
Still to this day, it creeps me the fuck out.
He just had the mannerisms. He had the mannerisms, the look. I mean, if you saw him do all of that stuff without the makeup on, you'd be like, okay. But man, the moment that makeup is on and he's doing that shit, he sells it so well. I mean, I knew I was drew in, and every time I would look at a manhole cover or some kind of divot shit or shit, even in the fucking drain of the fucking bathtub, I was like, shit, Pennywise trying to get me.
It's like, oh fuck. It's like, I swear to God, if the fucking blood balloon comes up out of the fucking faucet, I'm out of this motherfucker.
I couldn't even look at a red balloon after that whole series. I was like, nope, it better be fucking white or blue or purple or some other shit.
Scared the fucking dog shit out of me, dude.
Oh man. Sydney says, Tim Curry for the win. We cannot agree more. Absolutely. Now mine get like progressively more hardcore. This one's going to be kind of an obvious choice. I'm definitely getting into the 80s now, as is most of the rest of what I got. This one might not be as well known, but I got to pay homage to the great Roger Corman on this one. He did a fine little piece of maniacal creature film known as The Terror Within.
Nice.
You take one look at that thing and tell me he is not the thing of nightmares.
Yeah. That's fucking nightmare fuel, dude.
Oh, man. Absolutely. It was crazy because, you know, it was the time of the creature suit and everyone was really getting better, and especially effects-wise, making these creature suits. And my brother always had a penchant for the darker films, the ones that were like a lot more independent. They didn't go, you know, to the movie theater. And it was that heyday, the heyday of going to your local video store to get your horror. Anything that was new, anything that was underground, you could go to that store. Blockbuster for everybody in the 90s, but before that it was like, I don't know, so-and-so's fucking, you know, videotapes where you had like you had all your mainstream stuff in the front. Middle of the store was like all the badass horror, and then in the back was the porn. And my brother saw this film and was like, dude, I heard about this in Fangoria magazine. Because, you know, we actually bought the magazine, physical copy. And he's like, I heard this was like brutal as fuck. We got to watch it. So we conned my mom into getting it. And, you know, as this dude is transforming into this fucking crazy, terrifying creature, I mean, I had nightmares for a week.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
I don't know if anybody out there in Morgrot Entertainment has had a chance to see that film. I highly recommend that you check it out.
Yeah, that's a damn good one, man.
Absolutely. All right. Sydney says that is a pants pooper. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, everyone's talking about, oh, the jump scares. We don't give two motherfucking fucks about jump scares. It's not about
no
that.
Way.
When you have something in your face coming at you like this, as nightmarish as that motherfucker is, holy shitballs. And we got a whole bunch more to go. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So who do you got next on the Chapin Black?
Man, got it. Speaking of transformations, got to give it up for Eddie Quist, man, from The Howling. Fucking dude, that was definitely one of my favorites. Like, all growing up, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure that might have been the first werewolf movie that I found or that I saw. It was really, you know, it wasn't like the Wolfman, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like the other stuff out there, you know, that I'd seen before. I was like, holy fucking shit! The werewolves look so badass in this.
And he knew what he was, obviously. He knew that he had drawn in... oh my goodness, her name is escaping me. I feel so terrible. She's an icon of horror. I know her, Dee Wallace.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. So Dee Wallace, she's this reporter gets this creepy ass message, goes to the movie theater to meet this guy, and almost becomes his fucking dinner. you know, honestly, everyone always talks about American Werewolf in London and The Howling. The first one, not the second one that made no fucking. I'm like, how do you have a fucking slam dunk cult classic film and shit the bed on part 2? Oh, that was the only thing about the 80s that really pissed me off. Sequels didn't start getting good, in my opinion, until the 90s. Because when they did that shit, they did it right and proper, and it made sense.
Right. Yeah, dude. We don't even talk about the Howling 2 in my household.
No fucking way. So,
yeah, dude, yeah, that transformation scene was just so fucking like insanely fucking brutal, especially for like at that time. Like it was fucking whole like even still for like today. Like, dude, shit. I don't think there's any really like transformation scene that's like as fucking brutal. Like it should. I mean, it's metal as fuck. I mean, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, go watch it because holy shit.
And he was smiling the whole fucking time. Like he knows what's about to go down. He's like, you're gonna stand there and you're gonna watch this shit. Everything from the hands to his face and coming off and everything. And I'm so sorry, everybody out there in Morbright Universe. I had a pick in there, but somehow it disappeared. I was ready to put it up there, and I'm pissed. But that's okay, because that's going to make you want to go check that film out if you have not done so. Man, I remember this film just had us on the edge of our seats.
Uh-oh.
She you know, it's like that whole okay. I am a ninja, just so you know. So I am back. We're going to take a quick commercial break till I get my brother Carnage back. Over to our brothers at Villain Arts Tattoos as soon as I find them. Actually, no. We're going to check out, once again, The Frozen Dead. Check that shit out. All right. So hopefully we'll get Carnage back here in a minute. I don't know what to happen, but yeah, Aaron absolutely says, I like the sixth Howling with the Freak Show. As they went on in the series, abso-fucking-lutely, man, it did get a little bit better. let's see here. It says, Reaper, what you just said about smiling, did you catch the nod in Bloody Bones? The smile never left his face. Yes, absolutely I did. Fucking badass as fuck, man. So, shit. I think I need to bring up. There he is. All right. And he's back.
There we go. There we go.
Yep. Absolutely, man. So,
sorry about that.
Unfortunately, no, that's not a problem, brother. It actually ended up kind of fucking up on my end too, so I went ahead and switched over to my other device because I'm a device ninja. Didn't you know?
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I was just talking about how, to me, that transformation seemed almost more brutal than the one in American Werewolf in London. Everyone talks. I mean, they both have their own fine points to it, as far as how it looks. That you can almost feel what's going on. But man, to me, Eddie Quist was so much more badass.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like I don't know what it was, man. Like the face falling off like that. Like you said, like man, fucking brutal, man.
I mean, you know, you're peeling off your outer layer to reveal your like inner demon, if you will. So I think that was just fucking intense as fuck. Totally fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens, Sydney. She said it was a Reaper double feature for a sec. That's because when you have to wait for the other one to close out, and then it goes away, and then all is good. We lost Carnage for a minute. That's okay, because I'm going to go into my next one. Now, this one is a bit more familiar for everybody. I think literally everybody loved this film. And I have nothing against the sequels. There's been television show, that's been created recently that is just killing it. And so many different fucking sequels that we're going to grab Carnage back here. And there he is.
Jimmy Jokers.
That's all right. It happens. Not a big deal. But I was just telling everybody my next pick is definitely when I was a kid, and I was a huge fan of, I don't know if I was a bigger fan of Sylvester Stallone or if I was a bigger fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Equally, I thought they were both badass in their own way, but to catch a creature feature, which I never, ever thought I would see Arnold Schwarzenegger battling this insane fucking creature that its only purpose in life is to hunt. I have to go with the 1987 Predator.
Fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely.
Fucking legendary, right?
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
You've never seen anything quite like this when it comes to like an alien kind of deal. We were so used to the regular style alien from the movie Aliens, or even the first one. So the fact that this thing is walking on two legs, it ain't got no tail. It's just 9 feet or more, as I don't know, I can't really tell, but damn near, 10 feet of a fucking killing machine with technology that humans can't even wrap their fucking heads around. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I'm like, if anything could give Arnold a run for his money, this motherfucker will, because it was like, it takes you through the beginning of the film, right? and you think Arnold is just on another one of his little military, things where he's going to extract these prisoners and all that stuff and liberate. But all of a sudden, little by little, out of nowhere, no music, mind you, this motherfucking thing snipes one of his guys, takes him down. The epic scene with when Jesse the Body Ventura goes down, who I was a huge fan of, like as a wrestler, as a commentator at the time. I'm like, oh shit, something just took him out. What the fuck is it? Because you can't see it. You can't see it. The whole first half of the film, you can't see it. And then finally, you have the epic battle where they start hunting each other. And I took one look at that thing, and said, go fuck yourself. This is...
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I reacted to it.
Yeah, it blew me the fuck away, man. Like, and again, like you were saying, big into action movies and shit growing up. So it was, it was two of my favorite fucking things is you know what I mean? Like fucking horror and action. Like, come on now. You don't get them. You gotta get, yeah. You can't get any better than that. Come on now.
I mean, legit. That was the first time in an Arnold Schwarzenegger film I thought he was going to lose. Because, before that, I mean, he was the Terminator. He keeps coming back. Commando and Raw Deal and all that shit. Those films were great. And here he's got, the grudge match of a lifetime. Is he going to survive?
Right.
So, yeah, absolutely, Aaron. The Predator actor was actually the actor for Harry and the Hendersons. Boom.
Yep.
Again, somebody that was the right size, the right build to pull that fucking suit off. That shit looked legit as a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Another favorite of mine growing up, too. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, Rambo, eat your fucking heart out, okay? And I dug the Rambo films, but man, when I saw that motherfucker, I was, that's some good shit.
Fucking hooked, dude. Fucking hooked.
Oh, man. Yep. Absolutely, dude. Says, I loved the Swamp Thing films. I really enjoyed the first one because I can't help it. As a young man, I was hooked on Adrienne Barbeau. I thought she was like the most gorgeous woman in horror. Everything she was in. When she showed up in, oh, fucking hell. What was that called? The Fog. Ooh. Yeah. I just thought she had the hottest voice on the planet. And then, she's walking around in these tight-ass clothes. I'm like, shit. And she's got the assets to back it up. All right. I'm in.
Let's go.
I mean, every boy's dream back then. You know what I mean? So, hell yeah. But what is your next?
Man, I gotta give it up, dude. Again, another Stan Winston creation too, man. Fucking gotta give it up for Pumpkinhead, man. I mean, that's another one of those ones where, like, dude, like the design of this fucking creature, again, like pure goddamn nightmare fuel. At this point, we've never seen any fucking thing like this before. Like, dude, like as an 80s kid, like growing up, when this fucking thing came out, holy shit, the box art alone was goddamn near enough to fucking give you nightmares. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, dude, when actually getting to sit down and watch it, with the family and shit, and it's, and even the witch who fucking brings it, like, she's creepy as fuck too. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man! Like the again, the creature effects in this, dude, fucking phenomenal, man. And it's a massive fucking creature too. I think they were saying, I think it took like 4 or 5 people to operate it, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, it was like the largest puppet in horror history.
I want to say it took like 4 or 5 people. Like I might be way the fuck off, but hell, it probably took
No,
more than that.
No,
But,
you ain't off
but
at
yeah,
all. It
but yeah,
definitely took an awful lot of people because, I mean, to me, that was one of the most daring creations. Because, I mean, even up to that point, we didn't even have full-fledged werewolf like on 2 legs that you could visibly see just yet. And here is this fucking insanely nightmarish fucking creature that is, and like Aaron says here, a creature of vengeance. You know, whoever that witch. You know what, Ed Harley?
hell yeah,
As soon as she
fuck
spoke, you're
yeah,
like,
dude.
you knew something was going down. Like it was going to be so fucking bad. But you know, I
Yeah,
mean, and Lance Henriksen is another horror icon. This guy is fucking.
absolutely,
And
absolutely, dude.
that was my introduction to him. Was this film? And
Oh
after
no
I
shit.
seen it, I was like, dude, that's my dude. And sure as
Fuck
shit,
yeah.
he shows up in a movie a couple years after that called The Horror Show with the guy who plays Max Jinky in it in the film. But
Yeah.
you know, the just what he has to go through, and it was so cool to see the last of that franchise that Lance was able to be in it, like in those last 2 sequels.
Yeah.
So fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I had to give Pumpkinhead some love, especially, man, because that again, like, that was one of those ones that, like, yeah, just growing up, dude, like, seeing that motherfucker at a young age definitely changed me.
For sure.
It definitely changed me.
Aaron and Sydney both say that Zelda scared the shit out of them. I mean, she was
Oh yeah,
decrepit, man.
absolutely.
Decrepit as
fuck. Oh yeah,
Says
that was definitely another one that, yeah, dude, that was that one fucking haunted me for years, man.
Oh man, instantly. Aaron says the trick was it was a man made to be her sister, so the makeup looks wrong on purpose. Oh, how cool. But the voice though, it was that, oh, you don't know what you're asking, Ed Harley.
Right.
Like, she's either gonna fucking kill him or she's gonna do what he wants. And she tries to talk him out of it. That was the funny part.
Yep.
Says, yep, but her back was scarier than her face.
Yeah, no shit, right? Yeah, that was wild. That's what I was like, holy fuck. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
Dude, is Jeepers Creepers about to kind of pop out there? And them birds are going crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking going apeshit in this bush over here by me.
Or and maybe it's mating season.
Maybe.
That shit's hilarious. I love it. All right. So let's see here. Who do I want to go with next? Okay. So I'm going to go into a little bit of the obscure because, again, my brother was always good at, like I said, picking these titles that he would see in Fangoria magazine. And I can remember when he got it because he was, 3 years older than me. So he was allowed to have it, but I wasn't. But you know damn well that I went and looked at this magazine with him.
Hell yeah.
So he showed me a picture of this guy, and I was like, oh, shit balls. This dude, this is almost kind of in line with Pumpkinhead because there was literally somebody using him as a tool to kill certain people. I'm talking about motherfucking Rawhead Rex.
Rawhead Rex. Fuck yeah, dude.
Look at this thing.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Not? I mean, if you could imagine before you had any of the newer horror films and all the technology and all that stuff to bring some nightmare things to life, this motherfucking thing was a mask and a suit. His mouth alone. I could just remember that iconic scene where he's just giving his big old fucking gnarly growl, holding the head, you know, just sick as fuck.
Yeah, dude, that was another one. Yeah, man, the fucking growing up, man, that one scared the holy shit out of me, man. Scared the shit out of me.
Absolutely. Oh, and apparently I missed some stuff here. So Aaron says, if I have to give my big shout out, killers, I have to Harry Warden and a giant mutant rooster. That's awesome. Dude,
hell yeah. Well, thank you, brother.
Choices. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Austin? He says, be careful with any trucks with the license plate be eating you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no shit, right?
Dude, I can, and it was so funny. I don't know if I was just enamored at the fact when I watched the first Jeepers Creepers for the first time. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that on the license plate. I literally thought it said beating you. Like, okay,
right.
Like, okay, this fucking killer is gonna beat the shit out of these guys, right? Nah, it turns out to be eating you. So
be eating you.
he's gonna come up on our list. More so as a honorable mention. We'll get there.
Yeah. He'd be eating.
Lawhead Rex, man. He looked like an action figure to me. Chiseled. I mean, like fucking Hercules, but he's got a fucking animal head with a mohawk that would put every punk rocker to shame.
Right.
Those fucking gorilla teeth, man. Shit.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah. What you got for us next, brother?
Man, last but not least, man, I got to give it up again. Tim Curry makes the list, but it's not really horror, but it's still a monster. So yeah, we got the Lord of Darkness from Legend. I mean,
every single time I think about this movie and seeing what they turned Tim Curry into, I will say it once, I will say it 1,000 times. No one has been able to beat this look.
Yeah, I totally fucking agree. Like, anytime I think of like what Satan should look that, like, that's it, like that's it, like perfection, like. And again, Tim Curry, like, you couldn't get a better actor to pull that off. Like, his voice, like the way he carries himself, like you were saying earlier, and this is in every role, but especially in this one, man. Like, dude, he fucking, like, this
devious as hell. Oh my goodness. He's another one that's like, he's giving you your doom and laughing at you at the same time. He could be sitting there eating popcorn and fucking stroking himself like he's killing you.
Right. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Man. Nothing. It's so funny because everybody goes, oh, that was Tom Cruise's first movie. Tom Cruise, who? Tim motherfucking Curry stole the show on that bitch.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Like, it's definitely it's one of my favorite creature makeups, like, ever. I mean, hell, it was I mean, my number one, really, but like you were saying, it's not really a favorites or anything like that. Well, I mean, it is a favorites, but it's not in any order, not in any particular order. But yeah, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
no, I mean, you gotta bow down to that shit. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, that is the makeup is so fucking good in that, like, and the horns. Jesus fuck, those things are massive as shit. Fucking, fucking massive as shit. Like, dude, to get those to stay up, like, I don't remember what they like. It was fucking crazy though. They had to go through a bunch of crazy shit to end up getting them to stay up, but. Yeah,
Not
man, it's
to be able to be comfortable for Tim to move his head around, turn, side to side, and not look like he was struggling. He did that
right.
shit flawlessly. I would love to know the secret behind.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll tell you what, everybody out there in Morgrot land, I have worn multiple size horns on my dome many times. And I'm telling you, it's not easy because once that weight gets on your head, you have to adjust. You're either going to be able to be fully functional or you're going to have to know your limits. The size of the horns on him, holy shit balls. I don't know how he did it. But
yeah, I don't like.
At the same token, he was more realistic than any other devil.
For sure. For sure. Like I said, it was like his persona, like the way he carried himself, like his bravado, like dude, like it was so fucking awesome, dude. Such an amazing performance.
Flawless. Sydney says pulling a Three Stooges, knocking out the cameramen and shit.
No shit, right? No shit.
You get stuck in doorways. Pick up somebody's like laundry blowing in the wind back when people, string and shit.
Yeah.
But no, I feel that that's very appropriate because by far one of the great creature creations. That's what this is all.
Sure.
So before we get to our honorable mentions, I got one more. And again, this is one of those obscure ones because every Friday night, that's what we did. We got out of school and we went to the video store. And when I saw this, I was like, just from the cover, I felt that this was going to be a fucking kick-ass movie. And the fact that the name of it was C.H.U.D. I said, motherfucking chud. And that became like slang in my school after the film came out. You know what I mean? We're talking the fucking dude from Chud. All the creatures. Look at that. We're talking about the early 80s, people, and they were making these sick-ass creations. And you could actually move the mouth.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't know.
Again, like, what more do you want? Like, come on now. And I love again, like, how slimy it looked.
Oh, man.
Dude, it just looks like it's just like perpetually wet.
And I'm thinking to myself, they had to have been like spraying the suit, the head, like over and over again to keep that slimy feel going. Because these motherfuckers were coming up from under the ground in the sewers, man. As a kid, once again, that shit was fucking horrifying. I loved it. And they didn't have a fully functional mouth because, it was either hit or miss. It depended on who was doing the effects. But from a practical standpoint, non-4K, you couldn't tell the difference if it was like moving or not. Sometimes it's like if the person's head was big enough and they just move their jaw around, they could make the teeth move a little bit. You know what I mean? And of course, the unsuspecting ladies, that they were going after. Man, just, I mean, great acting. Definitely a lower budget film. My mom would always call it LB. And I was like, yes, LB, I love it.
Right.
Because
Fuck yeah, dude.
you and I were talking about that a little bit earlier, too. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter what the budget is. When it's a lower budget, they try harder.
Damn right. Damn right. Absolutely.
Oh, shit, yeah. Aaron says, I think they were coated in the same type slime as they used to make the raft in Creepshow 2. Dude, I couldn't think of a better way to have started off that sequel than those assholes. And I mean,
Oh yeah.
fucking like they got no escape. That shit was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. That was dope as fuck. Creepshow 2 was one of my favorites growing up too, man.
Oh, just, I mean, they had me at the first one. They had me at the comics. Okay. They had me all a way around. And it was just fucking poetic justice. So
yeah.
what are some of our honorable mentions? Let's go ahead and get into that.
Man, got to give it up to Doug Bradley, man. Pinhead.
Iconic as fuck. He was terrifying, even though, I mean, it was simplistic but effective. You know what I mean?
And he was, dude, like, he's still, like, to this day, gets, like, mail, like, fan mail from chicks, like, wanting him to split him open, like, you know, and not in the violent way. Like, it's like, oh wow, so like he became like a sex symbol, like by accident. You know what I mean? Like, women love that shit. I don't know what it is.
Well, let's put it this way: when you have somebody like Clive Barker, who kind of, I don't know if it was, I mean, I've never been able to talk to the man, but whether it was consciously or subconsciously, kind of put the idea of pleasure and pain together, you know, because I mean, when you think about the 80s, S&M was very, very large in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was more underground. People didn't really talk. I mean, come on, man. This shit
Right.
goes all the way back to the 50s. You know what I mean? So,
right. They're all like the underground, like sex clubs and shit going on in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I definitely see it kind of, you know, paying, you know, kind of taking a little bit of stuff maybe from that. But yeah. Oh shit, that's badass. But yeah, fucking yeah, it was wild, man. That was definitely one of my favorites was Pinhead, dude.
Iconic to this very day. I mean, and it's like you said, some people practically worship him in so many ways, whether it's like he is the ultimate Dark Lord, or he's the, hey, you want to pin me up tonight? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, there's just no denying that his look, the overall feel, the brutality that he inflicts with no remorse, and he wants to suck you in to that world. So definitely Doug Bradley. Excellent choice, man. One of the things that I was talking about earlier, I started off with vampires. Well, everybody here at Morgrot Entertainment Reapers Underground knows for a fact that I am a huge Fright Night nerd. Chris Sarandon as, you know, Jerry Dandridge, one of my all-time favorite performances as a vampire. He was badass in a more modern day, and nobody else could have like delivered it better. But when he goes after the girlfriend of his next door neighbor and bites her, and she turns, that one focal point in that movie fucked me up. Check that shit out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, like,
yeah, that was a damn good one.
it's like 1 minute she's, you know, oh, she's got fangs now. And then she starts like, you said you were going to take care of me, Charlie. You promised. And then turns around and looks like she's about to eat him for a fucking snack. Holy
Yep.
shit. I was not ready for that as a kid. I can tell you that right now. I absolutely love that. So, anybody out there, if you haven't watched the original, not that bullshit remake that came out, I'm talking about the original. Man, there are moments in that movie that are just gonna have. It'll bring you to tears. It'll make you laugh. It'll fucking terrify you at the same time. Absolutely fucking love it.
Fuck
He said,
yeah.
it's Marcy Darcy. Absolutely correct.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I just
Fuck
have
yeah.
to say, I just have to say, Married with Children is my shit. It will always be my shit. It'll forever be my shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Another classic growing up, dude. Fucking love that movie. I mean, love that show.
Most deaf. Any other ones?
Shit, man. I mean, I don't really classify him as a monster, really, I guess, but I mean the makeup. I mean,
Sure.
if you're going with like makeup creation, I mean, gotta mention fucking Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. I mean,
oh, dude. I mean,
and
that
like,
did kind of propel him into creaturehood.
yeah. I mean, dude, fucking Dream Warriors was the first fucking horror movie that I ever saw. So again, like you know what I mean. So it's kind of that movie will always have a soft spot in my heart, you know. But yeah, dude, fucking the makeup effects, especially even now to this again, it's one of those things that like it seems like a lot of like the really fucking badass shit from the 80s like still can't be like a lot of people can't duplicate that shit today.
No, they can't. It's because, I don't blame them. They gatekeep, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, I had to learn how to do this shit. You figure out how to do this shit. I don't mind that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm always grateful. Yeah. That's why I'm always super grateful whenever, if people, tell me some secrets or, some techniques and shit. I'm like, fucking thank you very much. You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah, thank you. Cause yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff, man, like you were saying, dude, like it's a lot of it's like magician secrets, man. Like they don't let them out. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't.
And that was one of the big things about one of my all-time favorites, as you know, Hammer Horror Films. They never relinquished their formula on how they got the blood, how they made the blood for all of those films, and why it looked so good. And I can understand that, man. They were like pioneers of that shit. It's like,
dude, it was so fucking bright.
Nobody
so fucking bright. And hey, just to throw this out there too, like what we'll be discussing on the on a later episode, but yeah, fucking Adam Chaplin from Necrostorm, they actually created their own kind of blood for that movie. So that and it's like a weird like stringy like so that they could get a crazy like almost like anime effect.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely, man. Oh shit. Yeah, we're gonna be like doing a whole expose on this film. For a good
fuck yeah. It's a goddamn good one, man.
Oh, most def. Sydney here says Dream Warriors veins, the vein scene. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the sucker veins, man. Yeah, Tony Todd, Candyman. Got to give it up to Candyman.
It was simple, but super effective. It was like all the aesthetic around him made him more terrifying. And I mean, you cannot deny the voice of Tony Todd. And how legendary it is. Austin says the Nightmare on Elm Street remake was just so bad. It was like, dude was trying to copycat Robert Englund, and that just doesn't work. Yeah, you cannot replace that man. There is a
no.
You know, and I'm gonna go ahead and give my final honorable mention. Who do I go with? Okay, so there was I'm sure a lot of people have seen Reanimator, and it's sad that I cannot remember the actor's name from Reanimator, but he pops up in a film that kind of takes that shit to a whole new level called From Beyond. And the creature that comes out at the very end through this fucking scientific gore fest is what I like to call it. The creature, I mean, that's what he turns into. And unfortunately, it's like this constant breakdown. And I loved how they framed it from him being human to changing and then morphs into this like slug sucking monster. And I just thought as a kid that shit was just stellar as hell.
Yeah. Some good old like H.P. Lovecraftian fucking body horror right there, man.
You know, and I think that really was probably the influence for that film.
For sure.
And films like Castle Freak and some of the other really, really cool underground fucking independent creature films. Aaron says, Reaper, remind me and I will do my Candyman voice for you. Oh, really? Are you telling me I'm going to have to go into the bathroom and say Candyman 3 fucking times and then I got to hear you? Son of a bitch.
God damn it.
You know, it's like taking some of the most superstitious shit and just putting it into a whole new idea, and it scares the fuck out of us. But you know, and I'm sure okay. So I do have to mention one thing, and it was for some reason hard as hell to get any of the pictures to load into the broadcast tonight, but we cannot deny the creation of the John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think I was ever the same again after I saw that for the first time.
Oh yeah, dude, like it was one of those ones too, man, where it was fucking I don't remember how many times of like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Like from the first part where the dog, becomes this thing, literally.
Right.
I mean, I was fucked up like that because we had a German Shepherd that looked kind of like the dog that was in the film. I had to go and check on the dog. I'm like, is this thing coming apart? What's going on here, right? Ooh, that was fucking tight. And then, man, when he was working on the dude's stomach and it just opens up as a set of jaws.
Yep.
Holy, unholy shit. Never seen anything like that in a film.
Yeah, that was fucking super badass. And then right after that, old Norris, whenever his fucking head fucking came off, and then old dude was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" Like, fucking loved it, dude. Fucking loved it, dude.
Oh man, I mean, I dug it. I loved the fuck out of it, but it was disturbing.
Oh yeah, it was so sad. Again, like you were saying about the other fucking remake, fucking dude. I mean, it wasn't a remake, but the prequel to the dude. Like, I was so fucking disappointed, man, because it was all CG. It was all CG, and you know what I mean. Like, that's what the thing is like known for, is how awesome the fucking practical effects were. Like, and then they fucking just went like, fuck it, let's just CG everything. God damn it, fuck, man. Fuck.
We're talking about some of the most amazing special effects ever. John Carpenter took that 1950s classic and made it the most horrific film in sci-fi history. And then, like you said, take the practical effects out and it's all fucking CGI. I'm like, anybody could do that all day long. It's great. You know, you can just sit there, your program. It takes talent to create those, just the things of legend.
Yeah, I mean, and I won't knock, you know, CG is. I mean, like CG's got its place in my opinion, like in some areas, but I mean, you can overdo it, and they over fucking did it in that one, like way overdid it. Like you could mesh the two, like, and you know, it would have been, you know, fantastic. But oh no, like you were saying, they had to fucking just, you know, kind of go the cheap route and just fucking just go all CG. It's like, god damn it.
But why though? It doesn't look as realistic. It just doesn't. Even the two-faced, like the combined, the conjoined twin idea. I mean, in the original, that's fucking hell, dude. That was just hard to watch. And
dude, that's like, even now, like you can go back, like The Mandalorian, for example. Like, they started using a shitload of puppets and stuff like that, because no matter how good CG is, you can always tell it's CG. But like, you can have these fucking puppets that are just mind fucking blowing, and it works.
You know, and I look at it this way, you know, for everybody out there in Morgrat Universe, you know, Disney, and you go to any of these Disney parks, the animated animatronics, puppets, whatever, they are fucking lifelike. You're telling me that some of these films can't do that? You got me fucked up. You'll never convince me that they can't make that shit happen. It's just that they don't want to shotgun the film to you. Well, if you're gonna shotgun the film to me, go fuck yourself, because I don't want to watch it.
Exactly.
You know? Oh, that one got everything. Aaron, I got asked a lot of Bloody Bones was gonna be CG, and I was like, oh hell no, I don't know how to do it. Exactly, we're not gonna do that. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Austin says, oh definitely, you can always tell when a show or movie is using CGI. It's just too obvious. And it's like, well, in a 4K world, it's always gonna be obvious, in my opinion. So I'll take a gritty ass 80s, 90s film any fucking day of the week, because it felt like another world and you got sucked into it. So,
absolutely.
You guys have been fucking literally amazing tonight. I love all the comments. We totally appreciate you guys tuning in and rapping with us about this, you know, all these films that we are just so passionate about. Hopefully we kind of inspired you guys to check out some of these films if you haven't seen them in 20, 30 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Go back and rewatch them, because like I was saying, dude, like going back and like I was saying, dude, the makeup effects in all of them still stand up to now. Like they're even better than the shit that's out there now in most cases. Like,
yeah.
Like, people still can't even like come close to replicating like what they did, fucking 40 years ago.
Nope. I mean, you can't tell me that Tom Savini and Rick Baker were the only ones that could make magic happen. Bullshit. It's that
Right.
people are being lazy and taking the easy way out.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
But you guys fucking rock. We absolutely love you to death. Thank you for supporting us. This is our second episode of the Carnage and Reaper Backyard Horror Barbecue. And we're going to keep this shit going because, man, this is a fucking blast. It's the one show that we can just talk about horror and everybody can nerd the fuck out. And it's beautiful. I love it. So just so you know, tomorrow night, since we didn't have Tracks of the Damned on Monday, me and my brother, Human the Hoof Beast, will be talking about the great Cradle of Filth catalog. That's right. We're going to take you through the entire career of Cradle of Filth and our top picks as far as their best albums. And again, if you guys missed it, don't worry. Catch the replay tomorrow on YouTube, Facebook. We're fucking everywhere. We're taking over this shit.
Goddamn right.
So until next time, play it, keep it greasy, keep it bloody, and as gory as fuck, but most importantly, stay heavy.